Africans moving to the UK should hear this, and they should learn to avoid doing this. You know, the most heartbreaking thing I've ever witnessed and read from someone I know, someone that is too close to me, was seeing her discriminating against her own very color. Africans, purely African black, both parents, discriminating against, verbally discriminating against us, using her own little child who doesn't know anything about color. And this lady came up to say, oh my God, I will come to that. Anyway, guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chinyere Ojike. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and keep coming for more. Okay, today I'll be talking about those things you need to drop in Africa, coming from any of the African countries to the UK. Please endeavor to leave this attitude behind, and also endeavor not to do or say some of these things to your colleagues who are not Africans while working or living in this country, whether in the school or elsewhere. Avoid saying this kind of things, and avoid doing this to your fellow Africans or expecting this from your fellow Africans. All right, firstly, when you arrive the UK, I beg of you, do not condemn your country so that you could look good before the locals in this country. It doesn't really make you to look special to them, no matter how much you condemn your country, no matter how much you speak against your leaders. Absolutely, they are seeing all that on social media, you know, what is going on, especially what has trespassed in our current election. They have seen all that. They have seen our leaders, even when they came to Chatham House, you know, to do debate, some people sharing questions. They have seen all that. You condemning your country more and more is giving them that leverage to say you come from a useless country. You are running away from your country. So please avoid it. It has happened at my workplace. Somebody said, over my dead body, will I go back to Nigeria? When he was asked, he was barely 4 months in the UK. Yes. And he just made such a statement. I was really pained. And when I was asked, I said, I have a child. And definitely there was a day they did, what is it called? I think it's cultural something, but they didn't call it, I think a social day, or I had to wear my boy, our native regalia, our traditional outfit. And I've always told my boy, he comes from Nigeria, of which he knows. You know, I don't know how a lot of people feel. I have also seen somebody who said he would never ever visit Nigeria again. But recently I saw the person in Nigeria on his Facebook post. The person was in Nigeria. So please, no matter how you condemn where you are coming from, it is still your country. Someday you're definitely going to go back there. Now, moving to this country as a student or as whatever, no matter how old you are, hence you are 18, you are responsible for all your fuck-ups, you know what that means. You know, if you do anything that is against the law here, you would go in for it. You know, the recent videos that were trending on social media about a Nigerian student going to meet a 13-year-old, I have shared that video here. Do you know that there were no 13-year-old girls in existence in all those accounts of those incidences? 2 Nigerians were involved. Another one, a Pakistani, was also involved. In all 3 events, 13-year-old girl was presented, as in was masked, in the sense that it doesn't exist. You know, they were just trying to use that means, you know, security officers here, trying to see if people would fall prey to such. So they go on dating sites, created an account, posing as 13-year-old, just to see if people would fall to that. Unfortunately, or unluckily to all these ones, they fell to such a game, and they went in for it. You see to that. So once you are here, you are 18 and above, be careful what you do, be careful what you say at all times, and be ready to take responsibilities for your actions in this country. This is why you must, you know, abide by the laws. Another mentality that we pose on social media is this: moving to the UK means that you have made it in life, you have arrived. Some people go on social media, our bloggers are not helping matters, sharing messages of people who have traveled abroad. A man, a 30-year-old arrived in the UK, he has made it, and When I see those posts, it makes me sad, to be honest. People here can tell you how difficult it is surviving here. On coming off the airport, I don't know if anybody or Yibo has ever come to welcome you. Say, welcome to heaven. Come. There are no suffering in this land. You wouldn't have to walk and food will just be dropping in your dining for you to eat. You wouldn't have to pay rent. You wouldn't have to pay bills. Has anybody ever told you that on arrival to this country? No, you have to work. You have to work and sweat. Even when you cannot sweat in this country, you really have to work hard for you to earn anything or have anything. So why all this post and all this, I don't know how to put it, thinking that staying here means all your problems are gone. If you do not work, you will not eat in this very country. Next is the idea of believing that you must make it in this country by crook or by hook. Hey, it doesn't exist. You know what? Whatever dirty things, dirty deals you are doing in this very country, you are being watched. They might not approach you immediately, but they are recording all your steps or your conversations. So you have to be careful. This is not a country where you can play games. Whatever you are doing, if you think that making it here means Yahoo, you will get through. Hey, don't be surprised the day you'll be apprehended. You'll be surprised. They will show you everything you've been doing in the secret place. Now, discriminating against your own color is something I used in my intro. I have a lady, she has not been here up to 3 years, because I remember the dates and the months she left for UK. She gave birth to her child who is less than 3 years now in this very country. But this lady opened her mouth to say that her baby doesn't feel comfortable staying with blacks. Even when she took her to the child care, say she cries at the mere sight of black people. And this lady is also a black girl. Oh, the husband is a black. And they are Nigerians. And she proudly, oh my God. What would you think if you were an Oyibo and she walked up to you to say, my child doesn't feel comfortable among blacks? You would be like, because that is a pure discriminatory statement. If somebody else should say that to you, you should take it up. But somebody saying that against her own color is madness now. It's madness. This is crazy. Inferiority complex is another thing you must leave behind in Africa when coming to this very country. Yes, you are thick, you are strong, you are brilliant, you are everything you could think of any other person could be. Leave that mentality. Stop being foolish. Learn to speak up. Stop swallowing whatever that is said to you that is wrong, that is harsh. Tell them, no, that this is wrong. You can't speak like that to me. If you do not tell them, they will take you for granted and keep using. They might even call you chicken monkey. Just like my manager said to me then that I took up at work. Can I also tell you that as of 2 nights ago, it's been like from July till this February, it's been like 6-7 months I resigned. 2 nights ago, I was on the phone with my manager. There's a way I fight my fight. If you drop comments on my comment section, you would know that I fight, negative comments positively so that it will put you in a state of thoughts, So me being in contact with my manager has been how I handled our situation. So please learn to speak up, drop your inferiority complex back home. Don't let anybody step on you because they think that you are this. Whatever they tell you that is nasty, that is rude, you laugh sheepishly, that is not nice, please. Over sabi among Africans is another thing you should drop back home. It is not nice, especially at workplace. Showing yourself you can do it better than this person that just came is so wrong. Instead, learn to help. Offer help. Teach somebody what he or she is supposed to know before the person embarrasses his or herself at work. It wouldn't cost you nothing, helping out or directing your fellow African on what to do. Now, the idea of people abroad picking money on the roads or money growing on trees and this in abroad does not exist anywhere in the Western world. Learn to work hard. Yes, especially if somebody is paying your fees, your bills in this very country. If you're squatting at someone, let me tell you, my brother sponsored someone to Obodo to abroad. On getting to China, the person was just sleeping in the house until the visa runs out. In fact, he didn't even know that the visa will run out in 3 months' time until we called to say, when is your visa expiring? He mentioned that he couldn't stay in China. We brought him back home, sent him to Dubai, Dubai, he said it's only menial works that exist that he cannot hustle. What happened? He said he wanted to go back to Nigeria. On the day he was going to fly back, he almost missed his flight. My brother still took the pen again, and took him to the airport. He got to Nigeria. From there, he was like, before he left Dubai, he said he would like to go to African country instead of the Western world. Hey. So please, when somebody do you a favor of bringing you to Obodo Ibo, or when your parents, you finally land here, learn to hustle. Nobody picks money on the streets. You must work hard for you to eat in this country. Manna does not fall from above. Okay. Borrow, borrow me, borrow me, borrow me. Don't let the person you are squatting at his feed you, pay your bills, and don't expect too much from anyone here. 1 hour here is money, and people get paid hourly in this country, please. Cutting corners are something that do not exist here. Yes, especially when you try to dodge paying your bills, paying your tax, and all them stuff. It must definitely catch up with you if you are the type that try to avoid paying your bills, And what is it called? I've mentioned queuing in one of my videos. Here, people queue a lot. Yes, I remember one of the days I was at Middlesbrough bus station. I came off the bus and one Nigerian lady approached me. I said, because she was actually expected to catch the same bus I came off from. So I couldn't really stand and start checking Google to tell her which bus. I said, please go ask this driver. People were still coming down that bus. Honestly, this lady jumped into that bus to ask the driver a question. People were avoiding. Oh my goodness. I said, this girl, certainly she came maybe last night or thereabout. And luckily to her, the driver asked her to step aside and wait for people to come down first. After which she went up there to ask, and then she catch that bus. And then she got on that same bus, So there was no way I could have really helped her by searching, Googling to know where she was going, But I felt terrible. It's not her fault. This is the way we are back home. We cut corners when it comes to queuing. Avoid doing such. You are a new driver here. You have to learn to observe the road protocols, the rules here. I remember a doctor who came here. He was actually driving in Nigeria like I did in the past. And he started driving here. In fact, not up to 1 week, he started driving. He got two tickets. Why? Because he drove past, the bus lane. When you are driving along the bus lane, it's always empty. And people queued. Instead of you to queue, you saw a free road, you just drive. He didn't know that he was braking. He wasn't meant to drive through that bus lane. So learn all these things before you jump on the steering and start driving, or else you will pay fine in this country and get tired of paying. Now, going on a date, especially students or your work colleagues invited you to go on a date, and you just walk out, they don't invite you to come to Pabi as usual, as we do in our country, Nigeria. Please, when going on a date, have your own money, because sometimes they expect you to order things on your own and order something that your money can pay in case the person is not paying. When attending a party in this country, take a drink, take a present, flower, card, all these things, they matters a lot. It's not back home whereby your invitee or somebody that is inviting you will provide the drinks, the food and everything. No, it is not done the same way. Even if it is a bad BBQ party, get something when going. Please, it's important. Coming in here as a man, remember to drop everything about African man's mentality at the airports. I made a video about what African men, the challenges they are having in the UK. You might see that video. I don't want to elaborate on that. And coming to the UK as a married woman, you should bear in mind that it is also good when you work hard or when you take up something to do to support your man. This is not Africa or Nigeria where mostly the men are the ones providing for the family entirely. It is not so in this country. A man can as well be a stay-at-home dad. But it's always good when both of them are working and doing something, no matter how little, to support each other. I have seen people whereby the wife, the bills are 50-50, the bills are 70-50, is it 70-30 as the case may be. So look for a job, take up something, even if it is something you can be doing once in a week. take it up to support your family, because it will be a whole lot, allowing your man to be paying all the bills and buying you even pantenkete sweetie. Banana, it's too much. Next point, before visiting someone, endeavor to call, let the person know that you'll be coming, or even ask the person if the person will be around. Uninvited guests is not really something familiar here, you know. Everybody is always busy. Don't just go in someone's house uninvited and you keep staying there gisting for hours. It is good when someone invited you over for BBQ and party. Yes, it's all party day, you can stay for 10 hours. But ordinarily, when you everybody is usually busy here. Maybe the person did a night shift and you just stopped by. Come. And please, I was passing by and I decided to greet you. From greeting, you decided to stay for like 1 hour, 2 hours. Man, the person will be stretching and stretching and stretching. No, it's not. Somebody has made me not to film a video one day. And oh my God, I don't want to talk about that. That day, I really felt terrible. It was on my birthday. I was going to do life. You know, somebody came. Oh my God. Let me not just start. So please, endeavor to call before you visit someone. Please, it's important. All right, guys. So these are the tips of what you should leave behind in Africa and what you should not do while in this very country. You know, as a new migrant, don't do these things, especially discriminating against a fellow black. It is so wrong, especially talking down on your country, you know, at your workplace, condemning your country. Even if you're not going back there, remember your parents are there, or your sibs, your loved ones are there. It's still your country. Honestly, by the time you stay here for 1 year, 2 years, you'll be like, you begin to feel home. No place like home. You begin to feel to go back to your country. So do not call your country rubbish. And when they start talking down on your country, do not be angry, because you caused it. When they start asking you if lions exist in your country, you know, do people live on the trees? You know, sometimes we'll cause all these things. All right, guys, this is it for this content. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and keep coming for more. Drop your questions and your comments as well, in case I will answer them in a video or reply directly. Bye for now.